The single biggest source of leads your team has this quarter is not on the list that you've bought. It's not in a cold email sequence. It's not on the other side of endless cold calls. It's sitting inside the deals you've already closed. And almost every sales team in the world ignores this. And here's the part that should really bother you. 82% of sales leaders say referrals are the best source of leads that they get. The best. They are converting at the highest rate in 2026. And most sales teams have no system in place to get these leads. We agree they're the best source of leads. Customers openly say they're open to giving referrals. Yet month after month, opportunity passes and those leads slip away. So today I'm going to hand you a play that turns one closed deal into 3 meetings. And not just any meeting, meetings with your ideal company profile, meetings with the ideal personas that you can help the most. It's called the Secret 7. When you apply the work before the work to your closed deals, quiet preparation done when nobody's looking makes getting highly qualified meetings look effortless. So stick with me, because the magic isn't asking for referrals, it's how you ask. And most people do it backwards. Let me show you what I mean. The normal referral ask sounds something like this. Who else do you know that would be a good fit for this product or service? And the answer is almost always the same. Let me think about it and get back to you. And we all know they never do. The reason is quite simple. If you catch somebody cold and ask who they could refer you to, their mind will draw a blank. They haven't thought about it. They're still very excited to be getting value out of your service. They're not being difficult, but in that moment, they just can't think of somebody. So then you just move on. And the other problem I often see is people think you have to wait until someone has used your product or service for 6 to 12 months before you make the ask. And if you don't keep in regular contact with your customer, if another part of the business then takes over the relationship, which is really normal, you'll never get the opportunity to ask for that referral. Because if you haven't spoke to somebody in 6 months and then you pick up the phone or go out and meet them and ask for it, it's most likely not going to happen because you won't feel comfortable and you just won't make the ask. So here's how to get your team to get referrals when their deals close. And the first step happens before the conversation. They do the work before the work. They go on LinkedIn, jump into Sales Navigator, filter by the connections of the person you're speaking with who's closed the deal with you, and aim to find 7 people who are in an ideal company that you would like to target and have that right job title or are that right persona for you. These names, these are your secret 7. So when the deal closes, when you get that DocuSign notification, then you pick up the phone, you organize the next steps, you organize the implementation, the introduction to your colleagues, whatever it might be, you add one simple sentence at the end of that conversation. Just one more thing. I'm going to be reaching out to a few people who I think know you. Is it okay if I mention the fact that we're doing business together? Most people will turn around and say, yeah, cool. Most people will be open to it. Most people you say this to will immediately have curiosity spark in their mind. Yeah, sure. Who are you reaching out to? You then present the list of 7 people. What will happen is you'll get told, I'm connected with that person. I don't really know them too well. I knew that person early in my career, so I'm probably not the best person to mention from an introduction standpoint. But then you'll get to the good part. There will be the people on the list that they know very well. There could be people in the same networking circles. There could be somebody they worked with for a very long time. Think of people you've worked with previously in your career. You could probably get a very easy introduction to some of those just by having that close relationship that you garner when you work together. And sometimes they even know each other personally. They might live near each other, have kids in the same school, whatever it might be. So for the 2 or 3 people that they're okay for you to mention them, you can take this a step further. Is it okay if I CC you on the email? And if the relationship seems really close, if it seems really warm, you can go another step past that. Oh, it feels like you've got a really strong relationship with person X. In that case, are you open to sending them a quick email to introduce me and putting me on CC? Now, the key with this is you will have to ghostwrite the email. You will need to have the email address and you need to give it to them to make it easy for them to do. But here's the best part. Now that they're thinking about people they could introduce you to, other names are starting to circle in their head. Who else do you know that you think I should speak with? And at this point, you've pruned that list of 7 right the way down. They've been thinking about who to introduce you to, and they will have 2 or 3 more names to give to you. Now, I've run this consistently for many years, and on average, you will get 2 to 3 meetings from a single closed deal. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Sounds great, but I've got a defined territory. I've got a defined patch. So why am I going to get leads and give them to other people. Well, from a leadership standpoint, how can you get your reps to do that? Test it out with a simple spiff. Make it time bound. Base it on who generates the most amount of leads. And it can be a voucher, it could be a duvet day, it could be something simple to test how well this works in your organization. Then you can consider formalizing it a little bit more. But from an individual contributor perspective, there are always inbound leads. Often they fall between territories, they might fall between verticals. And for the section of leads where there is ambiguity, where do you think they're going to go? To you, because you're a cool person, or to the person who has gotten 5 or 6 referrals and passed them on to colleagues? Nobody's going to be upset about the person who is getting referrals and actively sharing them with teammates, getting a lead that has a little bit of ambiguity surrounding it. So what does this mean for your sales team? The effort and energy that they need to put into prospecting reduces a little bit. Their prospecting activities will reduce as well, but there is no participation prize for prospecting. It's all about results. You'll get far more meetings from doing a referral play with a closed deal than you will making 100 calls. So there are now 2 things you can get your team to do. One is get them to consider the deals that they've closed over the last month, build that secret 7 list and call those customers, have a discussion on how they're getting on and run the referral play. The second thing, get them to build a secret 7 list for the deals that are going to close this month. Make sure they're ready so when that DocuSign contract hits the inbox with that lovely signed update, they'll be able to make it look effortless when they generate meeting after meeting after meeting with your ICP, with your right persona. And when one of those deals closes, they get to do it again. If you've got to this part of the video, follow me, subscribe, and I will be sharing more plays like this every single week.